I'm the Badger Reborn, and in this video I'm going to give a generally spoiler-free-ish overview of the Wheel of Time world and some of its early main characters. This will help you get an understanding of the magic system, the world building, and a few potential plot points and characters that could appear in the show, and hopefully we'll have some fun along the way. It would be impossible to discuss characters and plot without any spoilers, but I won't spoil anything that's beyond book 1 of the series. So if you want some background on the world before you watch the show, and you aren't trying to avoid all information, then this would be an appropriate video to start out with. And let's be real, if you were trying to avoid all Wheel of Time information and you clicked on this video, you're willing to break your own rules, so just keep watching. I've also put some links in the description to other spoiler-free videos to watch before the show, which are truly fantastic and serious. So let's just dive right in with characters. The Eye of the World revolves around protagonists Rand al'Thor, Matrim Mat Cauthon, Perrin Aybara, Egwene Elvire, and Nynaeve Elmira, after their residence of Emond's Field is unexpectedly attacked by Trollocs, basically buffed up orcs, and a Myrddraal. Think Vampire Bella in Twilight. To save their village from further attacks, Rand, Mat, Perrin, and Egwene flee it, accompanied by the Aes Sedai Moiraine Damodred, which is going to be pronounced Moiraine in the show, in a symbolic gesture to help with growth, and her warder Lan Mandragoran, whose name will be pronounced Lan, which makes sense with Moiraine, and Gleeman Tom Marilyn. They are later joined by Wisdom Nynaeve Elmira. This will be pronounced the way I pronounced her name when reading the series at first, Nynaeve. Aes Sedai, who are all female, are the magic users in the Wheel of Time world. Magic can be found only in some people in the world, and people have different natural strength levels. The power level is determined by levels of microscopic organisms in the blood, called midichlorians. Some people have them naturally, and some people can learn how to grow them. Aes Sedai can test for them. The power is divided into the female half, saidar, and the male half, saidin. Saidin is currently sick. We're not sure if it's COVID or something else at the start of the series. The TV show is going to feature pretty much only the female characters. Maybe the male characters will be thrown in here and there. But it's going to be pretty female-centric, we've learned. Pursued by increasing numbers of Trollocs and Myrddraal, the travelers take refuge in the abandoned city of Shadar Logoth, where Mat steals a dagger. We can be pretty sure that will happen since we've had both concept art and set photographs of Shadar Logoth, which, by the way, look amazing. While escaping the city, the travelers are separated. Rand, Mat, and Tom travel by boat to a white bridge. Tom is a huge flirt, by the way, despite being about 40 years older than the women he flirts with. In Caemlyn, Rand befriends an Ogier named Loial. Ogier are mythical beasts in the Wheel of Time world, basically Robert Jordan's take on Appa from Avatar. Once they become friends, Rand often rides Loial in future adventures. Trying to catch a glimpse of the recently captured false dragon Gawain Trakand, Rand befriends his sister, Elaine Trakand, heir apparent to the throne of Andor. However, this likely won't happen in Season 1. Egwene and Perrin are guided separately to Caemlyn by Elias Makira, a werewolf. If you haven't picked up on it yet, much of Wheel of Time is inspired by Twilight. You can almost call it a fanfic. Elias travels with a pack of werewolves who he is related to, and suggests that Perrin should do the same. However, Perrin's wife is dead, so he's too sad. The three run afoul of the Children of the Light, a religious police force of do-gooders. Loial warns Moiraine about a threat to the Eye of the World, a pool of saidin, the male part of the power, untouched by the Dark One's taint. That's a real thing. The Eye of the World is protected by Treebeard the Ent, and contains one of the 7 seals of the Dark One's prison, and the dragon banner of Lews Therin Telamon. Lews Therin Telamon is featured in the prologue of the book series, before he dies. We don't know if he'll appear in the show, but if he does, you can be sure that he'll be wild. Lews Therin would fit in on The Bachelor, complete with a sob story about his wife and children who were killed. The group is then confronted by the Forsaken Agonor and Balthamel. Forsaken are like evil middle managers, not too competent in evil schemes, but at least they can show up to work on time and boss people around. As battle ensues, Balthamel and Treebeard slay each other. Soon after, Rand defeats Agonor and uses the Eye of the World to decimate the Trolloc army and defeat the Dark One. As a result, Moiraine concludes that Rand is the Dragon Reborn, but her opinion and all the details of the final battle are kept from all the male members of the group except Lan. Mortality and character complexity are important parts of the Wheel of Time. At the beginning of the story, it seems like there's an ultimate evil in the world. As the story unfolds, we find more versions of evil, or general badness, in characters and factions we encounter. There are really many shades of gray in the Wheel of Time, maybe even 50 shades. The magic system in the Wheel of Time world is made up of different powers: earth, wind, and fire. Robert Jordan was pretty inspired by the popular band. But then later on, spirit is added as well. That about wraps up the plot in terms of what you need to know. If there's anything else you're kind of curious about, just sort of fill in details from the Lord of the Rings, And that about does it for the Otherworld plot. If you'd like to learn more about the Wheel of Time world, because if you haven't been able to tell by now, I haven't been entirely serious about all of this, you can check out the links I put in the video description to other great content creators and their explanations of the Wheel of Time world. And then watch the Wheel of Time on Amazon Prime. I'm really looking forward to it. I hope you are as well. Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe. Comment on what you think about the Wheel of Time world and the upcoming show. Be sure to let me know if I missed anything. I'm sure there were some important elements and details that I might have forgotten as I was going through, so let me know what those crucial parts are. Maybe I'll add them in later. And special thanks, as always, to my Patreons who help me make these videos and make it possible to keep going with this. Hope you have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you later.
Like a bird on a tree.